In a small town nestled between verdant hills and a shimmering river, there stood an antique shop named Reflections. Unlike any other store, Reflections didn't sell ordinary mirrors. Instead, each mirror here was meticulously crafted not to reflect external images. They were said to hold fragments of memories, the deepest emotions of those who had once gazed into them. Evelyn, a young woman with melancholic eyes and pale, sun-kissed hair, found her way to Reflections on a drizzly afternoon. She carried within her a lingering sorrow, a loss that defied words. A year prior, her twin brother Ethan had passed away in a tragic accident. Since then, Evelyn's world had turned gray, and smiles seemed to have permanently deserted her lips. Mr. Silas, the owner of Reflections, was an elderly man with kind eyes and hair as white as snow. He greeted Evelyn with a warm smile, not rushing to inquire about the sadness evident on her face. Instead, he gently led her through the rows of peculiar mirrors, each radiating a distinct atmosphere. "Every mirror here," Mr. Silas said softly, his voice as soothing as the whisper of the wind, "holds a story. Not a story of outward appearances, but a story of the soul." Evelyn paused before a mirror with a wooden frame carved with delicate vines. The glass surface was hazy, like a veil of mist. "This mirror," she murmured, feeling a strange pull towards it. "This is Whispers of Joy," Mr. Silas explained. "It has witnessed countless moments of happiness, the clear sound of laughter, and tears of pure joy." Evelyn reached out and lightly touched the cool surface of the mirror. She didn't see her reflection, but a warm, gentle sensation spread through her heart. She closed her eyes, trying to imagine the smiles, the joyful moments this mirror had held. A rare moment of peace seeped into her heavy heart. In the following days, Evelyn frequently visited Reflections. Each time she discovered a new mirror, listening to different whispers. There was a mirror named Echoes of Courage, which seemed to still resonate with strong determination and unwavering spirit. There was Silent Tears, harboring deep but not bitter sorrows. One afternoon, Mr. Silas led Evelyn to a mirror tucked away at the back of the shop. This mirror had no frame, just a polished black obsidian slab, its surface as still as a moonlit lake. "This is the unseen," Mr. Silas said, his voice solemn. "It doesn't reflect the past or the present. It is simply an infinite void." Evelyn gazed into the jet-black mirror. Nothing appeared, only a deep blackness that seemed to absorb all light. She felt a touch of fear, but also an inexplicable curiosity. "Why is it here?" Evelyn asked softly. "Sometimes," Mr. Silas replied, "we need absolute stillness to truly look within ourselves, to confront the things we often try to avoid." Evelyn stood silently before the unseen for a long time. She tried to peer deeper into the darkness, searching for something. Suddenly, a thought flickered in her mind. Perhaps Ethan's passing had created a black void in her heart, just like this mirror. In the weeks that followed, Evelyn spent more time with the unseen. She would sit before it for hours, not trying to find any images or memories. She simply existed, letting the silence envelop her. Gradually, something strange began to happen. In the darkness of the mirror, she started to see tiny glimmers of light, faint spots of color. They weren't specific images, but rather fleeting emotions, passing thoughts. She realized that even in the deepest sorrow, there were always seeds of life, of hope. She remembered the beautiful moments with Ethan, not just the pain of loss. She recalled her brother's mischievous smile, the funny stories he told, the unfinished dreams they had shared. One day, as Evelyn looked into the unseen, she saw a faint image appear. It wasn't her reflection, but a familiar silhouette. It was Ethan, with a radiant smile on his face. The image only lasted for a brief moment before dissolving, but it left a profound mark on Evelyn's heart. She wasn't sure if it was an illusion created by her mind, but that moment brought her a strange comfort. She realized that even though Ethan was gone, his image and love still existed within her heart. The pain of loss was still there, but it no longer consumed everything. Evelyn began to spend time with the other mirrors at Reflections. She listened to the whispers of joy and smiled as she recalled happy memories. She felt the echoes of courage and found more strength to face life. She accepted the silent tears and allowed herself to be sad, to grieve. Mr. Silas quietly observed Evelyn's transformation. He knew that the mirrors didn't truly hold memories or emotions. They were merely tools, catalysts to help people look deeper into their own souls. One morning, Evelyn arrived at Reflections with a gentle smile on her face. She went to the unseen one last time. As she looked into the darkness, she no longer saw a frightening emptiness. Instead, she saw a vast space, full of potential and new possibilities. She turned to Mr. Silas, her eyes shining with gratitude. "I understand now," she said. "These mirrors don't reflect us, but they help us reflect on ourselves." Mr. Silas nodded, a kind smile gracing his lips. "That's right, Evelyn. Sometimes we need a mirror that doesn't reflect to truly see ourselves." Evelyn left Reflections, carrying a lighter heart. The pain of loss was still there, but it was no longer an unbearable burden. She had learned to live with her grief, to find glimmers of hope in the darkness, and most importantly, to see the beauty and inner strength within herself. From that day on, Evelyn became a regular visitor to Reflections. Not to escape reality, but to find balance and connect with her deepest emotions. She knew that life would always have bright moments and difficult times. But like the mirrors at Reflections, she would learn to accept them all and always find the truest reflection in her own heart. The small town continued to peacefully nestle among the verdant hills. The Reflections shop still stood quietly, continuing to welcome souls seeking healing and understanding, and each unreflecting mirror silently told the story of inner strength and the remarkable resilience of the human spirit.